Hello, welcome to Go Ask Sawyer. This is Jamie, your host. And today I have on a friend, Camille French. Hello, Camille.
Hi,
Can I
Sawyer.
call you Camille? I don't normally call you Camille.
Jamie, like, how does this work?
It feels awkward, like the first time meeting. We are both teachers and we go by last name. So this feels a little awkward, but thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about her climb to success. So anyone listening, I'm sure has tried things throughout their life, whether you're 20 or teens, 20s, 30s, 40s. I keep talking about how I just started this and I don't know what I'm doing. And it gets really hard and it's never easy. And I'm literally like, what do I call her? Camille. And Camille is so silly. And Camille I've known her for a few years and she has just kind of blossomed into her life, into her everything, into her light. So I asked her to come on today to talk a little bit about how she climbed to success, what she does when she's second guessing, what she does to celebrate her wins, and what's next for her. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I sent you some questions in the beginning. Would you want to talk a little bit about, tell us who you are?
So once again, my name is Camille French. I am currently an educator. This is how I know Jamie. We work at the same school. She's amazing. Outside of school, though, I am a fitness lover. I love traveling. I love just being around people that love me and that I love. I love learning new things. I love trying new foods. I love exploring. I love being spontaneous. Yeah. Favorite place. My favorite place is probably the beach or the lake. There's some water. I am a Pisces. So
Is that a water sign?
That's a water sign, yes. So it's only right that I am somewhere near water at all times. It brings me peace. It calms my mind and things that keep me anchored. My family keeps me anchored for sure. My parents were both born in Jamaica. They came to Milwaukee about 34 years ago. And they've always instilled in my siblings and I just being family oriented, keeping yourself grounded and never, losing sight on what your goals are. And they've always kept us driven in all areas of life. So things that keep me anchored for sure are my family and my friends. I definitely take pride in having a circle full of people that lift me up. And honestly, it wasn't until recently that I found comfort and joy in cutting people loose that need to be kind of relinquished back into the world, because I think we have a hard time. Yeah, just let them back. I think sometimes we have a hard time doing that. And it's more of you feel bad when doing it, or, you don't want to regret whatever that relationship was. You don't want to regret relinquishing that person. But I found joy in letting those people go. It's no love lost. It's just, you no longer serve me in this chapter of my life. So let's keep it moving. But yes.
Man, I could talk so long about that. I just love that you've learned. It's taken me, I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to do that. I feel like I'm much better at it, but that's a whole nother podcast. Like how the guilt and the grief that comes with ending friendships when there really isn't anything, we'll say wrong in air quotes, like they just don't align with where you are anymore. And I don't think we really pay attention to that enough. Like as a society, we talk about breakups, but never like the friendship breakups.
Right. And I just turned 30, and I feel like the moment I turned 30, a lot of clarity came with 30. A lot of being okay with things that I normally was not okay with came with me turning 30. Within friendships, relationships in general, friendships, family ships, all the ships, like
all the ships.
I think that honestly, once I turned 30, and this was recent, this was this year, so February. So it's like, I think once that happened, a lot of reassurance came with that for me within my businesses, within, like I said, just my personal life and me diving into who I am as a woman and who I want to be. And that also came with a very hard ending to 2022. So I think just full circle ages 29 to 30 were definitely some clarifying years for me.
Do you think that made you, and kind of going into the main focus, but like, do you think that made you feel lighter and almost like gave you more confidence in starting all these, we're about to talk about your businesses, but do you think it gave you more confidence to look around and everyone around you just supported you? You didn't have to like worry about what this person thought or the jealousy of this person. Do you think that helped you be more
Oh, for
successful
sure.
in a way?
I absolutely think it did. I feel like it fueled me. I'm a person that goes off of turning certain emotions into something that drives you to do something else. So with the stress, depression, anger, frustration that came with heartache, that came with certain things, that turned into, okay, now let me channel this into turning ideas into a reality, turning dreams that I have written down into something that I can, that comes into fruition, turning a passion of mine into something that I'm actually doing and
Mhm.
people are seeing this and checking things off of my bucket list, things that I may have been shying away from or just kind of like putting in the back of my head and not prioritizing anymore, kind of bringing that back to the forefront. Like, okay, I'm going to use all of these emotions and feelings and turn it into something else, something more positive, something that I can now dig myself out of this dark place,
Yeah.
by doing. And yes, I definitely feel as though that fueled me for sure. Definitely my motivation.
And I love that you said you used your emotions. I think so often we sit in the emotion, right? We sit in the anger, we sit in the pain instead of saying like, wait, I'm going to use this to launch this. Like instead of like simmering in it and letting it sabotage our life or ourself, like using it to launch forward. So going off that, tell me about your business. And I'm thinking even back to like 2020 when you and your friend, what's her name?
Ari. Yes.
You guys launched it was the Facebook, what was it called?
15 days of
15.
fitness. Yes,
Yes, I
that is
just
where it
love that.
began. We had a pandemic baby, and that pandemic baby was 15 days of fitness. And with 15 days of fitness, this was essentially our way of getting people moving again. Because obviously, with the pandemic, everyone was isolated in their own bubbles.
Yep.
Everyone was just depressed and stressed, and so much uncertainty everywhere, like with everything. And originally, we both found a love for fitness back in 2016. So once 2020 hit, we were like, yo, like let's make something happen. And so with 15 days of fitness, it was essentially a virtual class that we had, and everyone logged in through Zoom, and we had like a 35-minute workout, and we had all different age groups of people and races and people within the state and out of state who were coming in and just joining us to work out. And it became a movement.
Yeah.
We had a whole Facebook group that was designed to, once again, with everyone being isolated, we wanted other people to see like, okay, this guy's over here making this meal and it's working for him and it's, it's a healthy
Yeah.
meal. And this person is still getting outside and walking on the track, doing a mile a day. This person drank their gallon of water, like little things like that. People were able to see and just get motivated from seeing that. And so, like I said, we just built a whole community with that. And we had so many people logging in throughout the week. It was just amazing. It was a lot of planning that went into that because for both of us, once again, it was our first time leading people with a class. And so it was like, okay, we're designing workouts for them. We're actually trying to be intentional on, okay, they might not have equipment. Like, how can we still make it, customizable for them? We were using water bottles as weights. We were like, guys, go grab this really,
Yeah, I love it.
it was the start, essentially the start to what we have now. But yes, 15 days of fitness.
Do you think during that time people were like thirsty for, like, do you think in general people are thirsty to be healthy? They just don't know how to get there, or they're scared, or they just don't even know where to start. And maybe what you were doing made it attainable? Or like, hey,
Absolutely.
she's on Zoom, so I can log on. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to feel, because so often, especially women, we go to the gym and we're like, oh, okay, I don't look like this or I don't look like that. Do you think that's also why you could reach people, because there was such a variety and you were all just showing up as you were?
Yes, for sure. So for one, with all gyms being closed down at the time, I think that was like the one thing that we were super motivated from, because we're like, people have to do something, no gyms are available. And most of the time, like without a push, people aren't going to do anything. And so we knew that with that lack of motivation and not having a gym, this was like the perfect thing to, kind of mesh into those two issues and try to solve those two issues, I should say. And because people knew us, because prior to this as well, we were posting workouts that we were doing with other trainers, and we were doing Zumba classes that we would like go live on Facebook for. So, like, people had already seen us moving and working out. So they're like, okay, they know what they're doing. Like, they know certain credibility already built up through Facebook, especially. So we knew that we wouldn't get a lot of people right away, but we knew people would see us and want to know, like, okay, what is this and what's going on, and at least have some curiosity. So with the start of 15 Days of Fitness, it was a lot of people that we knew. Okay. You know, we did have several people that we did not know, but initially there were definitely tons of people that we knew that were joining us: parents, siblings, cousins, coworkers, family members, things like that. Just, yes.
So fast forward to where you are now, and just going off of what you just said, you knew the people. I think so often we start something new and we forget to ask the people in our circle, like, hey, can you come support me first? And then maybe it can go off. I think so often we're looking for strangers to support us instead of asking our circle. Like, hey, can you listen to this? Hey, can you come take my workout class and give me some feedback? Hey, can you join? Can you tell your friends? I feel so often we forget to lean on those that are cheering for us. And then fast forwarding to now, what is your new business? What are you doing now? Tell me all about it.
Yes, I will. Okay. So fast forwarding until now, after the pandemic, 15 Days of Fitness kind of subsided a bit. Once again, the world opened back up and individuals went back to gyms, and which was great. Yeah. So we're like, okay, awesome. We propelled. And also with 15 Days of Fitness, we had people getting results from what we did. People who were diabetics, their A1C levels were going down. And those were the type of things that they were saying in our Facebook community that was online. And so those were great things to see, like actual lifestyle changes being made. So after the pandemic, a lot of people were like, so what's up? What's going on? Where are you guys? Are you coming back? Like, I needed this. I need it back in my life. It was easy. And so we're like, yo, we have to brainstorm. So my best friend Aryahna and I, we were brainstorming, and we're like, let's like revamp this a little bit. Like, now that outside's opened back up, like, let's revamp it to a point where we can now have people come to us for classes, and we can now build it to where it is a community of people. And that's where Sculpting Sistas was born. And so I remember, like, it was yesterday, we were sitting around her living room table, even thinking about a name. Like, what do we want to call this? Because I don't want to call it 15 Days of Fitness, because it's not a 15-day challenge type of thing. Like, it's an ongoing thing. So Sculpting Sistas was born, and it officially launched November 2023, or sorry, 2022.
Yeah. We're not in the future yet.
No, we're not. So November 2022, we launched, and we began with teaching classes. So
where do you teach? Where do you teach classes?
Yeah, so we currently teach classes at Nicolet High School. Okay. People are able to register through their recreation department, and we teach classes through them. But we are also working on different contracts and developing contracts with people so that we can come in and teach classes, whether it's through or to groups of children, young adults. We're working on just a lot. So we're continuing to expand. Yoga is coming into play.
You're working on your certification right now too, right?
I am. How's that going? It's going great. It's going great. Working on group certifications, yoga certifications, nutrition certifications, and it's all going well. The thing about these initial growing pains is that we're still learning as we develop. Which is amazing, because we're like, okay, nah, this is not going to work. Like, let's cut that out. Or yes, let's keep this going, and let's, kind of put a little bit more gas on this one, because it's going to work for us. So with our classes that we teach, they're 45-minute long strength training and aerobic style classes. The music is lit. The energy is amazing. Like, a lot of the workouts that we do in class, you can do this at home. We pride ourselves in taking out the intimidation factor of working out, especially within a group setting. Yeah. A lot of trainers and facilities that have, workouts, people shy away from it because it is intimidating. It's hard to be a first timer and go into a place where people have been working out for years. And So with Ari and I, we just love the fact that we're able to have all different ages, have all different levels of modified through advanced workouts that people can do. Any of the workouts that we do can be, adjusted to your level.
Yeah.
And so we just love the fact that when people come, they can see that and they feel that and they're able to say like, okay, I've accomplished something, even though it's not a triathlon. Like I was able to do a 45-minute workout and I put my best foot forward. That's what we essentially want people to feel when they're leaving. The title of our class is Just Move. And it came from...
You have different sections of that, right? That's what I was going to ask. Well, two things I was going to ask. You're talking so beautifully about all this. I'm like, yeah, I want to.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But do you think what makes you different is that people can find their place, whatever place that might be in your classes, whether, like you said, it's level 1 or level 10? Do you think people are able to kind of be like, this is my moment and I know I have a home here? Do you think that's what sets you apart than other places?
For sure.
I love that.
And I love that you even said that. So yes, for one, yes to that. And then for two, I think Ari and I pride ourselves in the relationships that we build with people that we work out with. So with our sessions at Nicolay, we're currently in session 3, and sadly it is ending next week. But next week, Wednesday, so on the 31st, we do have an open class for anyone and everyone to come join.
Great.
And it's a $10 class. We actually have an Olympic style themed workout that day. So anyone's able to join. But we definitely pride ourselves in the personal relationships that we build with people and understanding their stories, understanding why you're even here to work out with us. Like, what brought you here? How can we help you meet your goals? And a lot of what we do is essentially just trying to propel people into the lifestyle change. Because a lot of times it's more like, okay, you got to lose this 10 pounds within 30 days and you have to, cut all of this stuff out, when it's like, no, how about we just get you in the mood or in the groove of having a schedule and understanding proper movements that you can do in order to just create a healthier lifestyle for yourself, no matter your age.
Right. And I feel like teaching someone that is going to help keep that 10 pounds off, right? You can lose 10 pounds in 30 days. It's not going to be fun. You're probably going to hate a lot of things. You're going to be super crabby. You're going to lose it. And then did anything change in your lifestyle to keep it off? And I think that's what people really want. Again, whether it's for health benefits, whether it's for their self to look a certain way or training for something, if you can't create that lifestyle, nothing's going to stick. So I love that you're doing that.
And we're actually also working on a fitness and nutrition plan that is going to have food ideas, a workout plan, resources that people can use in order to gain information and knowledge. Little things like portion controls, like, things like that people don't really think about, but it's like they know, but they don't know. So things like that we are building, and that's something that we're going to also incorporate within what we have to offer the community as well.
And I think too, that's what a lot of places are missing. So in my head, every place I went, I was like, I know how to work out. I know how to train. My biggest issue was nutrition. I never knew how to eat properly. Like, again, when it comes to portions, how many calories should I be eating? How much carbs and protein should I be eating? And once I started putting those together, I mean, my fitness, I feel like completely changed. But people don't know that. And I feel like when you join gyms, it's all focused on working out. But what do they say? Like, it's 80% in the kitchen, 20% in the gym, which is, oh my gosh, so true. Once you learn how to eat, you can enjoy everything you want. But like, what are the portions and what's going to make you feel good? So I just love that what you guys are creating is like full circle, because if you only have half of it, it's never going to stick. But once you really figure that whole thing out. Okay, so this Wednesday, May 31st, and this podcast will launch Sunday. So luckily enough time. Yay. Is this Wednesday, is this free or is this $10?
So this is the $10 class.
And it's Olympic style.
Yes, Olympic style. And we're actually working on these workouts now. It's going to be amazing.
I'm excited.
So we would love to have as many people join as possible. Once again, it will be at Nicolet High School at 6:30 p.m. from 6:30 to 7:30. We have warm-ups and cool downs, as well as upper body, lower body, ab, and a HIIT workout focused.
Okay. So then let's say I come on Wednesday and I'm like, this is amazing. And you're like, sorry, we're done. Is there another?
Yes. So luckily, this coming summer, we are going to be offering Saturday morning boot camp classes at Nicolet High School. And we also are going to have a Thursday class that will be available for individuals at the COA Center located off of Chambers Street, I want to say.
And what does COA stand for? Oh, shoot. We'll figure it out. I'll put it in the notes. We'll figure it out.
Put it in the notes. I'm going to send that to you.
We're both like,
I'm going to send that to you. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. So that'll be Thursdays. Okay. And then your Saturday boot camp is going to be at Nicolet High School still. You know when that's going to start?
It will be starting on June. Let me pull up my calendar.
Yeah, great.
That is going to be June 10th.
All right, perfect time. So June 10th. So this coming Wednesday's $10 boot camp, $10 Olympic style workout. You don't have to be like part of the program. You can just go and see what it's about. And if you love it, starting June 10th, our Saturday morning workouts, which I feel like people love in the summer. They get up on a Saturday, they do their workout, and they can just go to brunch right after. That's the balance.
I love that. Exactly. That's a balance. And I will say, going back to that fitness and nutrition plan that I talked about, our current session of people that we have finishing up with Just Move, we actually did a trial with them. So they've been doing the nutrition and fitness plan now for the past 5 weeks.
Okay.
And we have gotten results. Like individuals, we have a woman that lost 12 pounds. We have someone that lost 11 pounds, 9 pounds, like losing inches. And so it's awesome. We wanted to do it this way so that individuals could see that, this is a results driven plan if you do it correctly, but it's also possible. Yeah. 5 weeks, like that's not a lot of time, but it's, enough time for you to see that there can be a change.
Exactly.
So we're super excited about the plan that we're working on, like I said. So that'll be available for purchase soon.
Okay. We'll just say soon, coming soon. And then you have a really cute sweatshirt on. No one can see it yet. I haven't had the YouTube up, but tell me about your whole other, no, but that's fine. You can show me. Tell me about your whole other business. Like, where did this come from? You're AffirmYou, correct?
Yeah. So a part of Sculpting Sistas Fitness, we have a clothing line, and this clothing line is called AffirmYou Collection. And AffirmYou Collection is essentially built on affirmation. We love the idea of affirming yourself as well as others around you. A part of health and fitness, people only think fitness is about working out, but fitness in general is about having mental health that's intact, physical health that is intact, emotional, spiritual health that is all intact. Yeah. So AffirmYou, it's designed to affirm yourself and everyone that's around you reading whatever it is that you have on. So the AffirmYou collection, we just launched our spring collection actually. So we have a bunch of t-shirts with self-love t-shirts, and we also have crew necks and hoodies available for purchase as well, with amazing affirmations. We're working on a bunch of other things. It's so many new things to come. And it's like, I don't want to say too much.
So if anyone, when you're listening, if you're like, I want to see what this is, you can go to your, would you say Facebook or Instagram?
So we actually have a website for AffirmYou. So they can go to www.affirmyoucollection.com and they can check out all of the merch. It's going to be a lot more things coming. So yes, definitely check that out. Our sweatshirts have been going crazy. People love the I Love Myself one.
That's cute.
That they can't.
I have they will. I have the purple one. I forgot what it says now.
Yes. Time for yourself.
Yes. I just love the purple one. I'm bringing it up north this weekend. I just love that. And I'm going to put all the links in the notes. So when people are listening to this, they're like, I forgot that because I'm driving. All the links will be in the notes. So you've just talked about all of your success. What happens when you're hitting those weird roadblocks, like, this isn't going to work out, or not as many people showed up, or this isn't panning out to where I want? Like, what do you do with the doubting moments? How do you push through that? Have you had those, or have you just been like, whatever, doubts, go away? Like, how do you push
Mm.
through those moments?
I'm going to
Yeah.
say we because I'm speaking on behalf of my partner and but we've had so many doubtful moments, literally from start 15 days of fitness until now. Like a lot of times comparison is the thief of joy because it takes away from where you are now, and it allows you and forces you to compare yourself to everyone else doing exactly what you're doing. And you forget, like, no, this is actually different. And I am an entirely different business with an entirely different goal in mind. And I can't compare myself to others. So, with the roadblocks that we faced, yes, we faced them for one. And for two, how we overcome them. It's all about rechanneling energy for me. So with that, it's about, okay, so how can we go back to the drawing board? And this crew neck did not sell that much. Let's figure out how we can either revamp it, come up with a new color. Ooh, this post did not get a lot of likes. Let's figure out what post did and kind of look at the metrics and analytics that way. Like, okay, so what do we need to do? Like what gets the most views? And we found that for our fitness side of things, people like to see us actually working out, and people like to actually see us instructing our class. So kind of looking at what the people want. I hate to say it like that, but it's like, because that's essentially what it is, looking at what the people want. More so on that personal level, though, being in business and being an entrepreneur in general, you're going to have a lot of moments where you're doubting everything. And you're going to be like, I don't even know, finance wise, like, am I using my money right, properly for this? Was that a waste of money? Was that a silly decision to make for the company? Like, there are so many moments that are going to be had as an entrepreneur. Moments of, should I just give up with this? Or finding the difference between it being a hobby and a business. Like, that's a huge area to figure out as well. But I think with us, we decided that, because this is something that we love, we are going to turn it into a business. And being able to do that, other people seeing that, I think that's driven us a lot more too. And having people who have been with us since 15 Days of Fitness and are still riding and rocking with us, that has been super motivating. And like I said, just channeling all that energy and doubt into things that we know for a fact. We know we have it. We know we're capable of. And another thing is our faith. Having faith and understanding that believing in ourselves and, having the knowledge and going with what we know as far as utilizing resources, utilizing our network of people that we already have. That has been super helpful for us as well. Praying, like, in all honesty, just praying for things. And I've learned that anytime I do have doubt or fear or just uncertainty, that's because my faith is also off. And just knowing, like, okay, because I have faith and I know that anything can happen and any shift is possible, like, I have to hold true to that idea. And that for me trumps out all faith and fear. Or sorry, all fear. Honestly, yes.
I really love that you said you notice when the doubts are coming in, you notice when all that is happening, are also the times when you've taking your eye off God or taking your eye off prayer or taking your eye off faith. And I think so often that's when we're getting stuck in the I. Like, people aren't giving me the value I need. People aren't doing this. People aren't doing that. Instead of being like, wait a minute, I need to be focused over here. And as soon as you shift back, don't you notice like a mindset shift? Things start to align differently. But I really love that you said that, because I think so often when we really make it about us, our ego, we'll just say edge got out, right? Ego. When that takes over, that's when it's like we're second guessing, we're doubting, all that stuff is coming up, and we forget to kind of go back to our rock or our why, or what are we're not doing this for, we're doing this for the likes, of course, and the people to come because we want to create the business. But at the end of the day, you want to give people health, a full circle, beautiful life. And that is in alignment with who you are as a person. And I think when we take our eye off that is when all that floods in. So I just love that you said.
I think too, like, that goes back to you knowing your purpose in doing things. Like, what's the purpose of you even doing it? Another thing, and you kind of brought this up already, was the thing about business in general is you need a lot of validation. And so I think that separating that from a lot of things is important as well. Because if you don't have it, then you feel like you failed. And that's not, that does not equate to that at all. So I think just being able to differentiate like self-validation versus the other validation from everyone else is super critical, or else you will beat yourself up every single day.
You won't get anywhere.
Oh, I only got 2 likes. Oh, well, I know people still saw it. You still saw, like, oh, this only got this many sales. This crew neck only got this many sales. Okay, great. 3 people bought it. Let's just make sure that we go to the drawing board and keep it moving. Obviously it does come a point where you have to make sure that there's not a lot of money being lost or just time being, wasted. But I think when you're looking at just everything in general as a whole, it's good to just make sure that your purpose is aligned with everything that's going on so that you don't feel like you're just off track.
And again, once your purpose is aligned, I do feel like that I do not chase, I attract. When your purpose is aligned, it does come to you. So moving into like, let's say someone's listening to this, and I'm going to kind of lean on the woman's side just because I feel like women entrepreneurs, I mean, we just we live in our heads. We second guess everything. Someone wants to start a business. What tips could you give them? What advice what advice would you give someone trying to start something they've never done before?
Advice that I would give, going back to something with purpose, I think that's important. I think finding a business or whatever it is, a nonprofit, whatever you're getting into, I think doing something with purpose makes it easier because you can always turn your passion, purpose, all of that into something. And it never feels as though it's going in vain. Your time is being wasted. So I say start with something that you feel is purposeful within your life. I think within this day and age too, it's very easy to just see somebody doing something and then you want to do it yourself. You see somebody trying something, you're like, oh, I can do that too. And it's like, is that what you really want to do? Is that your purpose? Is that what you enjoy doing? So I would advise finding something that you have purpose in, building knowledge on it. That's a huge thing too. Having knowledge and just the background information, YouTube, everything, TikTok, like just gather information on it so that you understand how it works from the business portion of things. Because a lot of people lose that passion for something because they're like, ooh, it's just too much now. It's now I love to sew. So now that I'm sewing all of these things, it's too much and I can't, I don't want to do it anymore. So it kind of turns into a chore rather than something that you enjoy. So maybe do some research on the fundamentals of building it into a business if that's what you desire. I would also suggest networking. Okay. I am in a huge space now where utilizing people within my own circle and the circle of those people that I know is huge. So being able to properly network, being able to show up and smile when you don't even feel like it, and being able to, at the drop of a dime, give your elevator speech on who you are, what you have, and why. What's your why? People get bored easily. So be able to, hey, this is who I am. Like, it was so nice meeting you. Just so you know, I have an affirmation crew neck line, and I think you would look great in some of our merch.
I love that you said the elevator speech. I think so often we forget that you're going to meet so many people and you just never know when that opportunity is going to be there. So like within a minute or two, could you give your purpose and your why without all the fluff around it? I think that's a really great, I think that's, besides like having a purpose and then doing your research, have that elevator speech. Because if you can't have that 2-minute elevator speech, do you even care that much about the business? And do you even really know why you're doing it?
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate that. I have one more question for you before we wrap up.
No, okay.
So 2 years ago, if you met Camille French 2 years ago, you can go back. What would you have told yourself? That would be spring of 2021. What would you tell yourself to start, stop, or continue?
I would tell myself, and this is non-business related, but I guess it can kind of be channeled into the business realm. But I would definitely tell myself to tap into and understand your intuition. Because it will not lead you astray. And I would, like I said, 29 to 30 for me, those age ranges, it's like literally I feel like I live life within those 2 years. But I don't know. But And I know 30, I just turned 30, so it's not like it's been a whole year yet. But I think understanding now as a woman, like, okay, this is that feeling. This is that literal gut feeling that I'm having about something. Let me just go with that.
Yeah.
Following that intuition and understanding that, can we cuss on here?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Understanding that you're the shit. You are the shit.
Yeah, you are.
Yes,
Period.
just, I think that point blank period. Like, I I found that within my early to late 20s, I needed a lot of validation and reassurance from people. And so for me, knowing that everything that I have, I am already, I'm going to be, that's it, period. And you are the shit. And you don't need to be validated by anyone about anything because you are her. Yeah. And so I think that, yes, tapping into that intuition and understanding that it is there, you've been born with it. Like, it's there for you when you feel as though something is off or you're not sure. Go with that and don't wait until something gives you the reason to say, like, oh, now I got, like, no. If it is not serving me, if it does not make me feel good, I don't want it.
I think that's so important. And I love that your face just completely lit all the way up when you were talking about how you are the shit. And I think when women honestly really realize their own power, and I don't need anybody, like, validate yourself. Also, you've already been chosen. And once you really know that, you need to be a real great person to bring anything to my life. And if you can't, you got to go. It's so much easier to then, like, be like aligned, not aligned.
Yes.
So,
and you can feel it. You can feel people's energy. If you tap into, like, just actually really trying to feel the vibrations of people, you can feel when you're uneasy. Your body will tell you, like, oh, this is not feeling, right. Like, you can feel that. And so women in general, like, we come with a lot. Like, we're equipped with so much. And so I feel like just tapping into that. And I'm still learning, but from what I've learned so far, like, we have it within us. We just have to, cater to it and make sure that we're not looking for, like I said, that validation from anyone else, because we can validate ourselves.
Yeah, we could, because we are the shit, as you said.
We are. It sounds like an affirmation shirt.
Yeah, I seriously just make that's the next line. Summer, your summer line. So I really appreciate you coming on my podcast. I love this. My purpose of the podcast is I'm surrounded by so many people that are so smart, and they all have a story that I feel like we can share with each other, and someone is going to learn from someone else. So you have done exactly what I wanted you to do, and I am so proud of you and all of your accomplishments. And you just graduated with your master's.
Yes, my master's of business administration from Concordia University.
Okay, so just like business, get my master's, business, check.
Yes.
Just keep going.
Yeah. And I'm going to keep going. Like, I feel like one thing my mom literally always says, she said this to me the day of graduation, and as though it's cliche, but it's not, the sky is the limit to what you can have and beyond. So I think for me, I'm just always remembering, like, I am never at my max. Like, I can always, cross all these levels and go past these levels that I haven't even fathomed yet. So I just want to keep going. Wherever life takes me, I'm here for the ride.
Keep going. I'm here to watch. So I'm just going to keep watching. You just keep going to the sky. I'll meet you up there.
Yeah, come on up.
I'm coming up. All right. Well, you have a beautiful day. I appreciate you coming on. And again, for anyone that's been listening and they're like, I forgot to write everything down, all the links will be in the notes. And be kind. And if you can't be kind, ask for forgiveness and move on. Have a great day.